Great, okay, so I'm Dominic. I suppose you can call me the one who got us into a lot of this. I'm the founder of Inspiral, which is now transformed into Inspiral, and there's a few really fundamental ideas at the very basis, at the root of what Inspiral is about, and it's creativity. And for me, creativity stands for something very sacred, something very special that every single one of us has within ourselves. And creativity is also a tool, I suppose, that allows us to develop further as human beings. I've seen people transform through being able to access that creativity within themselves to more powerful beings, beings who are more in their own center, beings who are able to contribute more to society. And as such, I value it as a very powerful tool of transformation towards a society that I'd like to see us all going towards. So creativity, this is one really strong angle. Within this big realm of creativity, there's 1,000,001 ways in which we can express creativity, and what's really important for me is combining positivity and an optimistic outlook on the way, in the world that we live in, with that aspect of creativity. So for me, it's important that we're not propagating darkness of any shape or form, because the world that we're surrounded by is very dark. There's a lot of scary stuff going on. There's a lot of bad news that you're hearing every day. You're sort of inundated in the news world by all this terrible stuff that's going to happen to you when you walk out of your door, when you walk down to the bus station, all that kind of stuff. So creativity and positivity, merge these two together, and you're on the verge of actually stepping into a more positive world. And that's really kind of what a lot of this is about for me. Now, I kind of stepped into party culture and the alternative culture as a performer myself. I was very inspired by dance, expressing myself through dance. I then discovered video art, sort of merging video layers with performance, expressing myself through that. And I was then, secondly, really excited to create those stages for people around me. And that led to setting up something like the stage that you've been seeing and you've been getting a sneak preview into earlier on. And that culture that we're looking at is it's quite deeply rooted in English culture, I feel. I've only been part of it for the last 10 years, 10, 12 years, and I've had the pleasure to sort of pick up the ball and run with it to another place. A lot of people look at party culture and they say, well, it's a lot about drugs, it's a lot about, repetitive music, there's not much in it. But as I said earlier, I've seen people sort of transforming through their experiences within this culture into more powerful beings that then can contribute more to community. Another aspect that's really important for me is health and nutrition. And whilst that might not be so apparent at a big dance festival like this, we've always taken great pride in being able to offer something that steps beyond the norm, beyond the mainstream. And with that, I mean nutrition that if you walk into your usual supermarket or even your cafe down the road, you just wouldn't get. You're talking vegan, you're talking organic, you're talking raw food, you're talking superfoods, you're talking really energizing substances that a lot of people just don't have the access to. And for me, it's really important switching people onto the idea that, hold on a minute, I can do something for myself by taking this nutrition that is really powerful for myself. I can become more healed, more vital in myself. And then the second step of thinking is, okay, if I make these choices, I step into a better world, because if I choose organic, I take insecticides and pesticides off the fields. If I use fair trade, I help people in the so-called third world to get a better deal. If I choose local, and support local communities, ethical, all these amazing assets that positive food choices have, that's really important to me. And if you merge these two aspects together, you got the health and nutrition, and then you got the creativity. You take that into a third leap, and that's conscious living. And what that means to me is, we've all got a choice to make in everyday life. You walk along, you think, okay, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? Where am I going to go out? Where am I going to bank my money? What am I going to do on a holiday? What are all these different choices that I'm making? People have the power with their individual choice to do something with what they're doing. So that's really important to me. It's about empowering yourself, being self-responsible, and being an evolved human being with that. So see all these amazing creatures that we're looking at here now. I mean, look at these mammals, they're laughing away, they're having a great time, they're being in their flow. I'd like to think. So whether they're the best specimens to point out as people that need healing in this society, I don't know, but I'd like to think that what we're doing with our work, which is about creativity, it's about health and nutrition, which is global health, and conscious living, which resonates with self-responsibility and the impact that every individual, every single one of us has on this world, I'd like to think we are making a positive contribution. I think what we're creating here is quite unusual for a lot of people. A lot of people I know haven't ever been to a dance festival. People that I see in the streets that sort of go about their daily lives have never really come into contact with what we're doing, and it's very difficult unless you're making the commitment to sort of buy yourself a 4-day ticket and you're packing up your tent and you're really going out there to do it. It's hard to get access to that. So what I'm really passionate about is getting the sort of best out of this experience out into the high street and allowing people to have access to this that normally don't really have access to that. And for that, we've been really fortunate enough to set up a space in London. It's called the Inspiral Lounge. And there we're able to sort of host artists, promote what I've been speaking about earlier, you know, creativity, health and nutrition, and positive living on a level where everyone can sort of partake in that, because I think that's a great way forward. You know, we want to be able to sort of allow people to take a dip into this kind of music. We want people to realize that, hey, the foods that they're selling us, you know, the products that they're telling us about, and the consumerism that's being propagated and all the news crap that we're hearing every day, that's not all there is in life. You know, there's a lot more to that. So I'm kind of looking forward to that becoming more of a reality in the world that we live in. So if you have the time and space, come and see us at the Inspiral Lounge in Camden. It's another manifestation of what we're doing here, and we'll see you there. Yeah. So let's have a look and check out the space. Oh yeah, I'm just taking this gentleman here on a little tour. Come and walk with me and join your wisdom. So as you can see, a lot of the canvas that we're using is white material, and the idea is to really allow the imagination of the observer to be plastered and be used and come to life on top of it. If you stayed longer, you'd see that we use a lot of video art, a lot of projections, a lot of light to really create that environment that is then so special. And I think also one thing I meant to say earlier is like it's a safe playground for people to really have extraordinary experiences, because where can you become really silly as an adult and go out into the world and just play and have interactions with people on a level that you normally don't have other than in an environment like this. So there you go. Enjoy.